and welcome back to the 77% Street Debate. My name is Edith Kimani, and this week we are in one of my favorite places in Africa, Lagos, Nigeria. Now, in this country, miracles have been known to happen. The dead have risen, and diseases that have yet to have a cure have actually been cured. But these so-called men and women of God, the miracle workers, are under the spotlight because they might just be scamming people. And so today we are here to ask, does Nigeria have a problem of scam prophets? Who better to answer this question for me than some fellow Nigerians? I know you want to say something. I'm going to come to you. It's already getting heated here. But I want to start with you, Olatunde, because, you know, I asked a very vague question. I want you to answer it for me. Does Nigeria have a problem of scam pastors or scam faith perpetrators?
We have a problem of fake miracle. You know, a lot of people have lost their faith because of such. They have lost their money. It is not issue of individual issue alone. It's a social issue. It's a general issue. It's a national issue. It's something that needs a lot of attention. Social media is talking about it. Everybody knows about it. However, it doesn't mean that we don't have people who are genuine people, who are doing the right thing, and also people are having the miracles, real miracles there. So,
all right. So we have Pastor Oluwase here, who claims that he's one of the genuine pastors, one of the genuine people who's leading people into faith. How does one tell the difference?
As a matter of fact, if there is no fake, you can't get the word original. For instance,
I'm sorry, please repeat that again. You're saying there cannot be an original unless there's a fake?
There is no original. There can be fake. In Nigeria, the highest denomination is 1,000 naira. Can I give you fake 2,000 naira note? You will reject it immediately. So the fact that we have fake pastors is the major evidence that we have original pastors.
Let's just come back to the facts, right? How do you distinguish between the original and the fake? Why should we trust you when you say you're a genuine pastor, for example?
By their deeds, you will know. If somebody tells you that he wants to pray for you, you should bring money, run away for your dear life. It's a fake pastor.
Okay, so you're saying that the financial motivation is one key sign that this person might be fake. All right, let me come to David here for a second, because we're hearing that it's very easy to tell a fake pastor from a genuine one based on their actions. But you didn't have that choice, did you? Tell me a little bit about your story. I'll hold the microphone for you.
There is no way you can identify a real pastor from a fake pastor. I am a person with disability. I have visual impairment. I cannot see. The first thing my parents thought of was to seek a spiritual solution to the challenge instead of seeking medical solution, which could have probably provided a lasting solution to the problem. And that led us to many traumatic betrayal in the hands of all these so-called prophets.
Are you angry at your parents for this?
My parents were desperate. Being the first child, they never wanted their child to become visually impaired.
Okay, thank you, David. I'll come back to you in a short while. I just want to introduce Fortune here for a second, because you're a believer, right? So how does it feel when you hear David say that perhaps the spiritual guides, the spiritual leaders might have betrayed him and his family?
It has to do with your faith first. You don't have to assume that because this person is a man of God, he's like an assistant Jesus or something. No, right? You have to believe inside of you that, yes, I can receive my healing. I can be healed first before you can get that healing.
But isn't that a little bit of victim blaming? Because a lot of the time, the people who fall prey to these false miracles are very desperate.
We should always try to not expose yourself. Let me use that word. When you put yourself out there as a vulnerable person, like desperate, so many people would like take advantage of you.
I want to come to you because you belong to an organization that's the Interreligious, is it the council? So is it my fault then if I go to a pastor who uses the same faith, the same chapters, the same verses to manipulate me? Is that my fault?
It's not your fault. It is not the fault of Christianity.
So whose fault is it?
There are wolves among the sheep.
But I'm sorry, you're skirting around the issue. No. I asked you a very direct question. So who is responsible?
You, the person that went to the pastor, you are not responsible. And as well, you are responsible for not using the Spirit of God to design through yourself, within you, that this is a fake pastor. How do you identify a fake prophet or a fake pastor? Number one is through their teachings.
But they're using the same Christian Bible that you're preaching.
If you have the Spirit of God in you, you will be able to decipher who
Okay,
is a
okay.
fake
Hey, Fortune.
pastor.
Fortune is about to beat me, please.
No, but like he said it already.
Yes.
You need to understand that the healing is from God. The pastor is just, like a guide.
I'm completely with you up until there. When the law is broken, when people have been manipulated and their lives have been thrown in shambles, how then should we hold those people responsible?
Okay, fine. I mean, you can always maybe go to the police or something. I don't know, do the right thing. I don't know.
Hi, Damilola is laughing. Why are you laughing, Damilola, when she suggests that you should go to the police?
Because Misfortune is absolutely confused.
Guys, give him a chance, please. Give him a chance.
Because there's no police in the entire universe that will attend to spiritual matters such as that. When you have a long-standing issue, your discerning spirit will be absolutely silenced. So you cannot blame someone who has gone to a pastor because that person has entrusted his belief in that pastor.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So now I am a lawyer. Number one, I will blame the pastor too. There are consequences, clear consequences. You could even be guilty of obtaining money by false pretense.
Let's actually let's drill in on that, because in this country there are people who've been prosecuted legally because of crimes related to religion, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. People have been prosecuted for obtaining money by false pretense. People have been prosecuted for rape. They will not go unpunished. Okay. In the law of the land, there are repercussions for people who are ready to take it up. And in the law of God, damnation is reserved for people.
Let me come to Belusochuku for a second, because I want to know, within the Interreligious Council, do you have checks and balances so that if somebody comes to you and says, hey, this pastor in my church did X, Y, Z, what are the steps that you take?
You have a disciplinary committee, which in can we have ethics committee, where issues like this are being reported and it's being handled.
All right, let me ask another question. Can the church be trusted to police itself? Can the police police themselves?
Yes, the church 100% can be trusted.
Let me hear from these two gentlemen here. They've been trying to get that.
Weeks ago, there's something that trending issue on Twitter about a particular pastor. He says, I must carry my twins' soap. I'm a miracle water, miracle stone, to the extent that. And then meanwhile, this particular pastor continue with his ministration, maybe. Should I call it ministration or alleged ministration? But for the past 3 weeks, so nobody has penalized this man. They must close the church, even though the church is yet to be closed.
Okay. Let me come back to Pastor here for a second, because we're hearing that one of the solutions could be closure of churches.
A lawyer is here. There is what we call freedom of religion.
Yes, but indeed, even the right to religion does have its limitations, right? So where is the line?
Some years ago in Nigeria, I won't mention the name of the church, as regards the issue of miracle, they will show it on TV. The person will just wave his hand and people will fall. Government stood their ground and they commanded, government commanded broadcasting to stop the issue of miracle. They should be teaching the word. So it is expected of government.
Yeah, exactly the point. Thank you. There are some things that we call medical issues that should be solved in hospitals are being taken to church. If I had good employment, I will not be seeking God's help on employment. These are things that people can get anywhere by simply just a good system.
Okay, so Damilola, let me finish with you because you obviously have a very personal experience. When you hear about all these solutions, does it surprise you that prosecution of fake pastors is not one of them?
It is absolutely amazing. My solution is through media. Media is not doing enough. Do you understand? So I think the media has a pivotal role to play here. See, don't believe that when you see a wrong thing that a man of God is doing, you are trying them through the media. No, you are trying to curb a social menace, which if it occurs, it kills, it destroys.
Woo! I couldn't have picked a better place to wrap up this debate. A very personal issue that obviously needs to be discussed publicly, as we've heard from every single person on that panel. I don't know about you, but I had fun. Thank you for watching.